I said in a previous video that Manus AI has some unique aspects, but it is more about tech hype, so I didn't seriously discuss my views on it. Yes, I originally prepared to make a video about this so-called best universal AI agent, but my judgment was that the hype outweighed the breakthrough, so I gave up. However, people kept mentioning it in the comments. And more importantly, my goddess Palki Sharma brought it up again with a resentful expression, which rekindled my interest in Manus. Yes, just like when reporting on DeepSeek and other Chinese breakthroughs, Palki Sharma and others showed expressions full of helplessness. She has to face the harsh reality that China leads the world in many tech projects, even ranking first. As a host who long boasted for Modi and BJP, fantasizing about India as a superpower, and as a Bharat goddess who long manufactured and spread fake news, she has recently taken repeated blows. China's breakthroughs come one after another, making it hard for her to accept. It's as if someone placed a pile of shit on her table and asked her to eat it live on air. Her belittling, slandering, and rumor-mongering about China look utterly pale in the face of facts. The Bharat Empire revival, tech dominance, and superpower status she bragged about have completely become a joke. So her rhetoric goes like this. What breakthroughs does this Chinese tech claim? And what flaws does it have? She also raises questions. For example, when discussing DeepSeek, she anxiously wondered if it involved plagiarism, and whether OpenAI might sue it. When talking about Manus, she questioned its invite-only system, saying ordinary people can't use it. Actually, she could have been like me and generously said Manus AI is overhyped and not worth the fuss. But her past comments on DeepSeek and other Chinese tech products got slapped in the face repeatedly, so she no longer dares to talk nonsense. Yes, DeepSeek not only proved its core tech breakthrough capability by increasing open-source efforts, but also deeply transformed the entire AI ecosystem, gaining wide recognition from tech experts, regular users, and enterprise clients. The so-called plagiarism and lawsuit claims are something even OpenAI itself wouldn't dare acknowledge. DeepSeek's release targets OpenAI's ChatGPT and other star AI models, surpassing them in absolute performance with extremely low costs and the halo of open source, causing a massive industry shakeup. Palki Sharma's team, as a news outlet, doesn't understand tech and has long smeared China. So they made some unprofessional remarks and got slapped by reality, which is understandable. But first post, as an influential Bharat Empire media outlet, and Sharma, as a host who secured an exclusive Macron interview, should improve her self-cultivation. For a long-term hot topic like AI, she should strengthen her learning and grasp basic common knowledge. Manus's release has some innovation. It's equivalent to a combination of OpenAI's deep research and operator with some small innovations. For instance, it features multi-agent collaboration and tool integration, with the underlying layer calling Claude and Quinn large models. It can perform asynchronous cloud operations and handle certain tasks without any human intervention. It scored high in the GIA benchmark test, outperforming competitors. It also earned strong recognition from some users, so experience invite codes are scarce and overly hyped. But the open-source OpenManus reportedly replicated its core functions in just a few hours and released it on GitHub for users to try, showing that its technical originality lags far behind DeepSeek. Its underlying layer calls other large models with only simple optimization, and such a tech moat clearly can't support its tech dark horse stance. Its functionality, completeness, and stability are still poor, with many claimed use cases unreproducible. More importantly, the biggest difference from the DeepSeek team is that DeepSeek refuses overexposure. Many influential media outlets failed to secure interviews. Yet DeepSeek's various open-source materials shocked the industry time and again, forcing Silicon Valley tech giants to show respect. DeepSeek's widespread adoption is seen as a major victory for the global open-source AI cause. But Open Manus' soap opera is just the company hyping itself, though it might be for attracting investment, which is excusable. I think its main contribution is making AI agents a hot topic. Most users actually cannot proficiently use ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Grok, and other large models. For enterprises, the best choice ultimately is an AI agent that requires less human involvement. After all, the reason for using AI is to cut costs and boost efficiency. If companies still need to spend heavily to hire staff skilled in AI, the point of using AI weakens. However, AI agents are still far from practical in the short term and remain in the pioneering stage. Manus's significance is far less than DeepSeek's, but it's an acceptable tech hype. Compared to Silicon Valley's heavy investments in virtual reality and blockchain with pitiful outputs, this hype is slightly healthier. For Sharma, her greatest sorrow is that the Bharat Empire might not only lack presence in the AI race, getting far outpaced by real tech powers like China and the US, but also might not even understand what's happening. Whether a product or technology is a true breakthrough or just hype, the Bharat Empire can't tell. It's like when Reagan's administration bragged about the Star Wars program, and the Soviet Union couldn't see it was a hype meant to drain Soviet strength. Americans used Hollywood studios to fake non-existent tech, fooling the Russians silly and ultimately causing the Soviet collapse. In my view, defeating the Soviet Union through Hollywood wasn't a disgrace, but a symbol of national strength. As the US's main rival, the Soviet economy and tech were long deformed. Its goals were lofty, but its efficiency was low. In the later stages of competing with the US, the Soviet internal structure had severely rotted, unable to distinguish American smokescreens. With its tech level, it couldn't tell which were fake Hollywood studio tricks and which were real US breakthroughs. As a stitched-together mess of many nations and ethnicities, it was normal for the US, with its strong unified cultural identity, to tear it apart. Today's Bharat Empire is an even more complex, less cohesive stitched-together mess than the Soviet Union. It faces a China with a stronger unified culture and higher efficiency than the US. When the Bharat Empire's military buys toy factory robot dogs from China for parades, the competition ended long ago. Perhaps Palki Sharma's sorrow is just beginning. The Bharat Empire she brags about daily might well stumble into ruin in a blind contest with China, eventually falling apart.